If you're familiar with the sailing world, people always say if you're going to buy a sailboat, you buy one that's being used, not one that's sat at its mooring for a long time, because things tend to go into a bit of a state of disrepair. That analogy, I think, happens with van life too. So here's the thing. I need to return to van life, but the problem is right now, I actually can't. These doors don't open anymore. Thankfully this door opens. I'm truly embarrassed to show you this. My beautiful, or once beautiful floorboards have been both water and sun damaged. My fridge sliding door and cupboard broke. I'm gonna have to sort out a new solution for the fridge. My once beautiful bathroom is an absolute bomb site. The pump for my tap has stopped working. This is also, this drawer got damaged on all the bumpy roads. All of my countertops need refinishing. This fan has stopped working. My diesel heater no longer works. The window trim broke off. As you saw, these doors no longer want to open. Quick spider warning. I've also had a few spiders make their home in here. I need to get all of this fixed up within 72 hours. It needs a complete makeover. One of my friends, he's going through a bit of a tough personal time at the moment. I've promised him a trip away. He gets here in just over 3 days. So it's gonna be a little crazy. And with that, I need some help. Kevin! Not you, Kimmy.
Hey, mate.
Here we go, mate.
I bring help.
Now, a lot of you guys will know Kev and, of course, the famous Kimmy, because they were in the last video. They've also been in other ones. Kev's not only a great bloke, he's also a handy bloke because he's an electrician, can put his hands to anything, and mate, we've got our work cut out for us.
Yeah.
First things first, let's write down a list so we can keep on top of jobs. Oh boy. Okay, let's start with the doors. I'll go outside, you go in.
Oh, you want to?
And we'll double. I reckon it's a force thing. Do it. Oh my. Kev! Look at that. Oh. Yes! Woohoo! Okay, I wouldn't say they're like completely fixed,
But they're definitely not fixed.
just delete that. One box ticked.
I reckon the cable's just disconnected down in the door.
We might have to take the doors apart. Alright, so we have the door taken apart. Actually, it wasn't too bad.
I know there's a cable that goes up the top there, Max.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, it's fine. It's just falling out of the clip.
Oh, perfect. Well, that's great news.
Yeah, if I can put it back in, we might be able to close the doors and...
Okay.
Oh, this is going to be hard though, actually, putting it back in. It's going to be horrible.
This is the windiest I've ever seen it at this property. It's crazy right now. That's locked. That's unlocked. Nice. Occy is so keen to get back into van life. Okay, buddy. Come on. See if you can do it.
Do you want some help,
You might
buddy?
give him a boost.
Come on up.
Good boy. Back in the van. Woohoo. He's ready to hit the road. Kev, you're a magician. On to the next. Kev actually uncovered another job for us, which I did think was going to happen along the way. Here we go.
Okay, I think that needs a good lube up.
Just another lube.
There's a lot of sand in it.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Where did that come from? Look at Occy just watching. He's like, what are you doing to my platform, bro?
What do you want, Occy? You remember this? Come here.
That's his favourite spot in the whole van.
This is your favourite spot. We're fixing it for you.
That's why it's so sandy. This one just actually doesn't need to be resurfaced because it's been so protected. Check. That's going to be the snowboard gear drying vent. We're going to take this bad boy to the snow. Not yet, but soon. Which is a big reason for getting this diesel heater fixed. I don't know how many of you will remember, but I actually mounted a Chinese diesel heater under the van. It was like 130 bucks. It worked amazing for the first year or two, but since going around Australia and not needing it, it's not working anymore. What's it looking like under there?
This is pretty bad. The hose that goes up inside the van's actually broken off as well.
So unfortunately, I think results with the diesel heater is a pending. I'm gonna order a new one. I already tapped that into the fuel tank. That's the hardest part. So I should be able to just order another one for 120 bucks or whatever and swap it out. Quick uniform change because I'm getting under the van for this one. My pump is also mounted under the van. But it is very hard to leave this space. Kimmy's favourite spot in front of the fire. Sorry to leave you guys, but I'm going under. This is tighter than I remember. Oh, broke a nail, Kev. Yes. That's one out. Here's the new one going in. I've already crimped the connections on, so it's ready to roll. Ah! It's a comedy of errors. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Nothing. I gotta check these connectors. It's good to show mistakes. So it turns out it may not have been the pump. I've just gone under here because we replaced the pump. It still wasn't working. What I should have checked in the first place. That fuse is blown. So let's see if this does the job. If so, I've now got a backup pump. We have water, Kev. And no longer wiggly.
Someone turned the tap on, didn't they? Whilst I was under the van finishing it off.
The drain got ya. Let's confirm. Yeah, let's confirm we've got... Lovely.
Yuck. It's not even wet enough out there at the moment for leeches.
Oh, that was so unlucky. Question is this going to be the last bit of blood drawn today? What do you reckon? Enough to hold it? So window trim is in the works, so I've got to let that dry. Let's move on to the drawer. I know I have some drawer slides because the slides in here, these ones, they're busted. I actually know I have another set here, but we spent 2 hours, we can't find it. So we're gonna have to move on, and I'm starting to write a list of things to pick up. So we're actually gonna pause from the van for a second or two. I'll show you something else that's very exciting for a future project that Kev has played another key role in. We spent kind of some of yesterday getting this all roughed in. So it is now ready, electrically ready.
Electrically ready.
For a bathroom.
I've been in here making Swiss cheese of your brand new stud wall.
It is pretty much planned out and I'm super excited about that, and I won't be the only one super excited to be one step closer to having a bathroom. It is so cozy. I don't want to go back out there because it's cold. It is also Kev's last night here. It's been a bit over a week. We've had an awesome time and every time, love having him. You'll be back, Kev. You'll be back. You know you will. See you guys in the morning. Good morning. This fire has not gone out since we lit it the first time. I'm so stoked that it's able to just keep burning. And this morning, I was up bright and early because I did a Bunnings run, and when I did, I realised I have one more item to add to this to-do list. Now, the reason it was important to add this one to the list, well, it's twofold. One is that straight after my time in the van, I am actually heading overseas for a week, and I'm going to need to be connected as soon as I land there. Two is that very conveniently, Aerolo is also sponsoring today's video, and that is who I will be getting my eSIM through. If you don't know what an eSIM is, it means you no longer need a physical SIM card when you travel overseas. You can keep the same number with Aerolo, and Aerolo is actually the world's first and leading eSIM store. They've got over 10 million users worldwide. They also have SIM plans that cover multiple countries at a time. On my trip at the start of the year, when I had a layover, rather than connecting to airport Wi-Fi that is not necessarily safe and secure, I automatically had my own phone reception there on a private network, and I was able to retain my own number whilst doing so. In terms of how Airalo works, it's super simple and easy to use. You just download the app on your phone. It's compatible with most modern phones. So you simply select the country or countries where you're heading, then purchase the right eSIM plan for you. You then install the eSIM on your phone, and then once you arrive at the destination, you simply activate that eSIM as soon as you land, and you're going to be connected. No more looking around airports for where you can buy a SIM card, and no more large international roaming fees. I am so stoked that I discovered Airalo, and I highly encourage you to check it out for yourself and use my code MNO3 and you'll get $3 off your first eSIM. And that's pretty good considering the eSIM I'm looking at for Canada is only $9.50 Australian. So $3 covers half of that, and hell, I might be using that deal too. There we go, done. Can't forget. Thanks guys. Morning Kevin.
Morning.
I've only got Kev for a few more hours sadly, so we are going to jump straight into it. And what have I got, Kev?
Mate, you've gone and bought about every type of lube that I think exists. So
I'm not sponsored by WD-40, but I should be after this one. Okay, so last night I got another one. I said I was finishing early, but decided let's just finish this side off. Now only one to go. We're back, baby. So right now Kev is securing up the drawer slides for the fridge runner, and this is the actual drawer I had initially made. Unfortunately, it got wedged in there. I couldn't get the runners open, so I actually had to destroy this slide. But I think what we're going to do is essentially replicate this drawer. We may as well use what we've got at Bunnings. I also just got some new material to do the floor and this side piece, and then this will all attach back to the front. Funny because the friend that I'm actually getting this all ready for and the van ready for to take away was actually here and helped me destroy this last time to get the fridge out, so at least it'll be a nice surprise for him to see it back.
It works good.
But unfortunately it's time both these legends,
We gotta go.
Kev's got a long drive ahead, so he's got to actually, he's got to hit the road. And if you're keen to see a little bit more of what happened here or the rough-in with the electrical for the bathroom, Kev's putting it up on his channel, so make sure you go over, check that out. I'm so lucky to be surrounded by so many amazing people, and Kev, he's looking for some land at the moment. I'm looking forward to returning the favour. And I believe we've got another box to tick. We are getting there, folks. Now, before I jump straight into ticking off the next task, Kev did give me permission to show you all something after he left because he's just a little bit embarrassed. I think it's hilarious, and it really shows the importance of the robot mower. You'll also see in it that we had a couple of very special guests in between the last video and now. Couldn't have done it without the muscles. I got that robot mower for a reason, Kevin.
It's not even stuck, it's just not where you want it to be, Max. Lift it up and on your shoulders, straight out.
All right, sled dog, you pull it out.
Oh yeah, pull it.
Stop, Jude, stop. Good one, Jude. Excellent supervising, sir. Bye. It's the days like this that are absolute perfection out here. That wind has completely dropped off from yesterday. You can just hear all the birds singing. The sun is glorious, and it makes you second guess whether it even is winter. So we're now back at a point where pretty much everything is functional, which I cannot believe actually has happened so quick. But the next step is deep cleaning and sanding back and resurfacing these finishes. Obviously, there's not really much point of deep cleaning until I've done the sanding because there's going to be dust everywhere. So first step is getting everything out of here. And then I know personally, I find a transformation with a deep clean super satisfying. So I am so excited to see how this van comes up. My hope is that it comes up like new. As a lot of you know, the brains behind the van are all in here. It's the battery, the smart charger and everything. So I'm just gonna make sure I protect it from dust or all the sanding debris coming in. An easy way to protect the shower cubicle. Dust-free zones protected. This is the edging sander. It's going to make my job a lot easier. Unfortunately, can't fit the big drum sander down the corridor of this one. But let's do a quick before and after of the surfaces because they're about to change pretty dramatically. So with these floorboards, I'll start from the back because they're kind of better condition at the back. And then they get worse as we go along because this is really the most trafficked area. It also gets the water from the shower and the water and sun exposure from outside. So here is where it really needs a sand up. As for the countertops, this is where I had a bit of a leak that unfortunately caused this damage along here. There's also kind of damage, scuff marks from the coffee machine as it did make the journey from here, unfortunately, down to here quite a few times. Oh no. That is my coffee machine on its head. And all this just needs to be cleaned up and sanded right back to start again. And I am very intrigued to see how these floors come up because they're actually engineered hardwood, which means they've only got a thin layer of hardwood before a laminate. It's just this top layer that's hardwood, but I've got a few mil to play with there. Wish me luck. Well, I don't think that's exactly how you're meant to use an edger, but look at this difference. Literally night and day. We now are at the point where I've gotten all the use out of the edging sander. It's a bit dusty in here. Where I've gotten all the use out of the edging sander that I needed, and it's good timing too. There's a beautiful sunset going on, but I also need to return the sander, otherwise I'm gonna get charged for a full day hire. I think it's gonna be a big final 24-hour rush. I can't see that, but I think maybe I'm done for tonight. It's gonna be a big day. Look at that one. And I have to admit, it has become very hard to leave this room in the morning. This fire has been one of the best additions to the place to date. Occy clearly loves the space too. Now, before I do jump back into sanding, I just wanted to say thank you all for the kind words of support from the last video when I kind of expressed that sometimes I feel this pressure to get a lot achieved on camera. Honestly, part of me thrives with a deadline, so it's really finding this balance of just what's healthy and what's not. And today is definitely a healthy deadline because we are going away, and honestly, being back in the van, I'm already feeling nostalgic for van life, and I'm really excited that the next few videos are going to be away from kind of renovating and back exploring, traveling, and yeah, just mixing things up a bit, giving myself a little bit of a mental break from doing work on the cabin. But honestly, this renovation stuff I also really enjoy, and each step, like the fire, that makes it better. Now, I don't know if he's ready to leave the space here, but I better get into it. I think I'm gonna have to cut myself off with sanding. It's almost 11 o'clock already. Sanding's just one of those things you can just keep going and getting that little bit more and little bit more off, but boy, it looks so much better. But now folks, it's deep cleaning time. Still loves it. So I'm thinking, let's start in the worst of it and then make our way out. Wish me luck. Bathroom, done. This stuff was left on by that foil insulation tape and it is so sticky. Let's hope dissolve it will work. This is the ticket.
Take over me, over every rushing memory, if only for a moment. Oh, this could be my last chance. Sail on.
Hello.
Me, up here we
You came in through the roof. That was crazy.
talk to me. Fill my lungs with the air your heart is breathing. If only for a moment. Oh, this could be my last chance.
I went to do a spot paint and had to just end up painting every single surface because the spot paint doesn't really work when all the rest of it looks so different because it's yellowed and kind of gotten dirty and faded over time. Very close. She's got a brand new lick of paint, which means it cost me a couple more hours than I planned. And now we do floors and bench tops. We are done. Tomorrow I'll put it back together, rip the tape off, and it's time for the reveal. Good luck, Van.
Every golden sunrise breaking through the leaves.
We are about 70 hours into the 72-hour window. But the big question is it dry? This feels good. We're on, baby. We are on. Give me the next half an hour to do the finishing touches, and then it is time for the walkthrough because then I need to go to the airport to pick up my mate. And I am so stoked this was able to be pulled off.
You got a song worth singing and a fire to lead you home.
Almost forgot the most important one. So back to where we all began. Have a look at how nicely these floors have come up compared to how they were at the start. And why mess with something that ain't broken? Well, it was broken, but the design is fixed. Onto the bathroom, no longer a mess. And the pump is running again. As we continue to step through here, everything in general has just had a bit of a glow up, including even I washed the fake plants in the sink. Then as we move on through, no longer a rattly tap thanks to Kev. Water running. This drawer is now fully functional again. A few extra additions down here. It's just the little things, you know. And my surfboard is back in its rightful place. Hello. Speaking of back in their rightful place, have a look at the king down there on his throne overlooking his kingdom. Moving on down the list, window trims, check. I've even washed the curtains, put those back in. No more spiders living up here. Now, it couldn't all be wins. I wasn't able to fix this fan and the diesel heater. I'm still waiting to arrive. Let me know. Should I be embarrassed of the van anymore? I almost forgot because Occy was hiding it. Nice try, buddy. I think we've done pretty well there. We bloody smashed it. Huge thank you to Kev for his help in this one. And I think this guy's pretty damn happy too. Well, I just sat on his foot. No yuck. I will see you all in the next one when I return to Vanlife for the first time in over a year. And don't forget, download Arlo using my link for $3 off. In the meantime, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. Bye guys. All right, if I don't leave now, I'm going to officially be running late to pick up my mate, which cannot be the start of our adventure. I hope you're ready to join us for the return to van life. Hello sir, need a ride? Didn't recognise the car. Hey. Oh, okay.